Thank you, everybody, for tuning in once again. I'm your host, Kenny Harris. We got Ty Harper today. Let's talk about it with Kenny Harris. Ty, I want to appreciate you for coming on, man. It's been a long time. I always catch you in and out, you know what I mean, at the airport, around town, downtown, everywhere but Wilmington.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
out the way.
How about you start with Snag? How did you come up with it? Where did it come from? And how did you get the colors, the scheme, everything?
So I always say that I talk about how I started rap. I think it's a little bit, so it is rap. It's a spinoff from the first music project I ever put out.
Right.
Which is Dollar and the Dream.
Right, yep.
I got a great opportunity to collaborate with some folks. But Herm was the one that really designed his logo and all.
The barber Herm?
Herm. Yeah, Herm. Herm designed this logo, man. So but it was a couple of people that I had started music with from the rip.
Yeah.
I initially I started out with AG, Audio. Those were the two like older cats that I started really
But the
doing
dreads,
music with.
I think one guy had dreads.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. So I initially started out with all them. AG was working in a branding company. He had a branding or a marketing team he was working with. Herm was a part of it and all. So Herm actually got the music that Dope produced and all, and he came up with the concept. And I kind of been rocking and rolling with it since then.
Okay.
Since 2010.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So how did you get into rap? Like you was always a ball player.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were a hooper. You know what I mean? Like that's what it was. So like, where did the rap part come in at? Has that always been something that you had, like a hidden talent or something?
Yeah. So I always say, man, like I just feel like I had the best of both worlds when it comes. I'm grateful. You know, I had both of my parents around in my life. I say that because, of course, I played ball. My pop was always there, 100% supporting. My mom is more so the creative person.
Gotcha.
Like even as a young boy, she had all your classic hip hop, R&B, gospel. It don't even matter. Like her CD collection is crazy, or it was. You know what I'm saying? But it more so started when I was in grad school, man. I was in grad school. I went to Maryland Eastern Shore.
Okay.
And I wasn't working. I was just purely in school, like just getting the work done. I had a lot of free time, man. I was always into music, always.
Right.
I spent a lot of time traveling back and forth from Delaware to Maryland, and I ain't doing nothing but listening to music. So I'm inspired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Couple of people, even like childhood friends that I was cool with, they was rapping. You know what I'm saying? So it just happened. But I'm more so speaking to the point of when I was in grad school, I literally just had so much free time. And that's the most constructive thing I could do with my free time. Was listen to music, write rhymes. I had a little voice recorder on my BlackBerry. I would, you know what I mean? It did. A friend at the time I was real cool with, his cousin would actually record. He had more software, more equipment and all. I started there. We'll record there.
So was you like freestyling in the room at that point, or like writing your raps down? And
it wasn't real serious. It wasn't real serious in grad school. It was I would play around with it, but not to the point where I can speak now with so much conviction about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And how I feel about it. It's always been there, but I just played around with it. So also too, so I was around AG and I was around Audio. He's from Delaware, based in California now, but he was sending music to AG, so it was one of them things where it was like, yo, just demo the record. You know,
like
at
to see what you can do.
Yeah, so because at the time I was trying to take the more so the manager role, and I was trying to pass it off to my mans or whatever and see what he could do and how he could rock out with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that ain't happen. I'll say that. You know what I mean? That didn't happen. And AG he was like, yo, just demo the record. So that's what I did. What a Feeling was the first. It was like the song. That wasn't necessarily the first song that I ever did, but it was just it
The
was
first real joint.
it was
like,
the one where I was like, this actually sound like something.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Yola too, because Miss Yola smashed that when she got on the hook.
Yeah.
So I did that, and it's been on ever since, man. It's been on, like it's been on, and I've been taking everything and running with it.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, I remember that because I got that CD. Well, I got that song.
Yeah,
I got a few of
for
them.
sure.
Yeah.
Everything's on iTunes now.
Yeah,
so,
is it?
Yeah, recently.
Okay.
They got it was published May 12th, so everything is on iTunes, and that was that's been
So it's more tracks on there now, obviously.
Yeah, so it's a good 10 on there now.
Yeah.
But I had one single on iTunes probably the last couple of years. I've been making sure I publish it, but for me, it's just since I started to where I am now, it had always been, I just had some challenges in terms of like actually marketing music. It hasn't gotten until maybe the last 18, 24 months where independent artists can really upload to your major platform. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot easier. And that make a big difference when you're independent and you just try and get it from the muscles. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So, how is that going for you? What's the next steps then? Like, are you going to perform locally and then move around?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, even, man, pre-COVID, I had already been getting out. I was doing a whole lot of any open mic that I could attend where I felt like it was a good, it matched my brand and it made sense.
Got you.
I was on all of them, so I did it all, just honing my skills, getting better and better, being on stage. I was doing that. I moved to Atlanta for about 6 months. So beginning of 2020, once again, before COVID even came, I really was ready to get out and work all the music that I had already recorded. Because I got a decent catalog of music in terms of, how much. And I just, from studying the game, I know you got to constantly keep working the music.
Right.
What's old to me is brand new to somebody else.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like nobody else heard it. So I was already doing stuff. So when COVID came, I was stuck. I went to Atlanta with the hopes of just increasing my network. I did a little bit. You know what I mean? I did meet and had some discussions with, a couple of people.
Right.
So it's enough to touch back on.
Yeah.
Now that, the country getting a little bit better with COVID.
Gotcha. Are you going to move back then?
I can't say it's definitely. I'm just open-minded, man. Like, I don't really tie myself down to one place, one thought, one idea. It's not a definite thing for me.
Okay.
But it might be somewhere else I might want to move. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It might be. I don't know. I can't call it.
Yeah. Okay.
But I can't say it's definitely rooted out. But I can absolutely see myself traveling back and forth or just doing work.
Yeah, making something happen.
Yeah, as I grow. Yeah. So I have done one open mic. It was in Philly. Mm-hmm. One of my my high school colleagues or whatever, she did a little open mic for Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Of Philly. I went up there, did that. So it's just that time now where I'm about to get back out.
Gotcha.
And just,
rock and roll.
Yeah, do what I could do.
I hear that. Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, how was it your first time performing? Like, were you just ready, or were you nervous?
No.
Like, man, I'm scared.
Hell no. So, I feel like I don't remember my first time. I remember a couple of times. I did. I stick with the key moments or the most impactful moments. One was early on. I performed at it's funny, Black Dream. Black Dream Studio, Braun had his studio on, I think it was up on Lancaster over West Side.
Yeah.
So I'm performing up there, and this was early in the game, man. And I did it, and I couldn't get out of my head that, like, these people, like they quiet, like people listening, like they listening to what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because
no sidebar conversation.
Yeah, it wasn't none of that. And I say that modestly. I'm not saying like I'm this I'm more than human. You know what I'm saying? But it was just something that really stood out to me, and I was like, yo, people really listening. And I seen a couple, I made eye contact with people, and it was just one of the moments where like, yo, all right, okay. All right, okay. Yeah, it was a real small crowd. It probably was like maybe 20, 30 people.
Yeah, that's real popular right now, too. That's what's going on.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
A lot of people are doing that.
That's what's happening. I talked to him. I got a homeboy, man. He heavy in the music, and he's in the stage production and all that. We always discuss that, man, about, you know, the smaller, intimate crowd where you really engaging and rocking it out with people.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, so I performed there. That was one. But then I had also performed, man, one night. It was just bad, man. I didn't know what I know now, and you know what I'm saying? So, sound was like thrown off. Mm-hmm. And then, but even more so on my end, just, I always look at what I can do. And I forgot lyrics. Like that, I don't feel like that should happen.
Yeah.
Especially knowing how knowing how I can.
You got a ghostwriter or something? You forgot the lyrics, baby. I don't know. How you forget the lyrics, man?
No, I don't have a ghostwriter. Let me say that right now. No. But you know, it's one of the things where I always challenge myself, man. That's one thing I look at. I'm real adamant about, man. Like, once again, I appreciate you for bringing me along and having me here, because this would count. Like, I could rap all day in my studio, post it, share it on the internet, whatever. But it ain't that live joint, and when you talking to people, and people giving you their energy and they supporting, it ain't. That's where the connection is at, man. That's where it's at.
Right.
But I learned that night though. It's different. So that's why you gotta actually rehearse. You gotta commit these things to your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean I could. And to elaborate on that, it's just like, so starting out, that was early, so I was still trying to find really my core, and it's always changing anyway. But I realized the more and more I start rapping, the more and more I start learning about myself.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
So what you learned about yourself as you was spitting?
So it's one of them things where, like, I could go through a situation last week, and I'm in the studio working, writing music, and you know, I record and I play back and I sit back and I listen, and I had time to listen to my music, and sometimes I really surprise myself with like how I put words together, and I really feel what I'm saying. I'm like, I didn't recognize that I was really feeling X, Y, Z. You know, I didn't. Yeah,
But when I came in the booth and I spit that thing, man, it was on point.
Just pour it crazy. Out. That shit was crazy, and I do it all the time. And I'm, you know,
and you don't know it in the moment until you reflect back on it and listen to it.
You don't, man.
Wow.
You don't. Not at all. So, with the more and more, and I start learning myself and knowing what I wanted to say. Like, I really be trying to say shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't get on here.
You intentional
First
with your words.
First of all, I can't get on a record and say something that ain't me, because it's already too many people in my immediate circle that's gonna be like, yo. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, dog.
That ain't you.
That ain't how that happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or that ain't what it is.
But ain't rapping like entertaining though? So shouldn't you be able to say these things?
Well, no, I can. I can, like, definitely trust and believe. I use metaphors and really painting pictures and images. And I ain't perfect. Yeah. That's another thing. Like, it ain't always been sweet. You know what I'm saying, for me. So I say some stuff, but it's just like, when I learn more and I do music more, it really be coming from my heart. So it really don't take a lot for me to remember, because I'm playing off of how I felt.
So
you know what I'm saying?
It's like your best work is when you in your bag.
Hell yeah.
Kind of like your emotions are going.
Hell yes.
And that's your best work.
That's some of the best. And I've had somebody personally tell me, like, yo, I'm about to tell people to start heartbreaking you, because that's what.
Oh, so you got like a bunch of soft lyrics in there, like relationship things you've been through?
I'm touching, like, yo, no bullshit, man. I say this, I really, yo, I really be putting my life into my music.
Okay.
I really
You gotta go back and listen to that, y'all.
Yo, when I
people
do
nosy, they wanna know what the fuck is going on in their life. And who is Ty Harper? And what they been through?
Yeah.
I wanna hear this.
Yes.
Oh, so you put it out there. You letting us.
I be putting it out there, and it's like, you know, I still feel I'm pretty transparent, but some things is a little bit more, requires more privacy, or things a little bit more delicate in nature. So I might not say as much, but like I'm coming out of a situation now where like it's enough time has passed where I can be more explicit about
because it's over
what
with.
it's done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but that's fun to me. Like that's fun. Like I can have a good day, I can have a bad day,
right,
and then go in the studio, and that's where the art starts. I can really paint it,
right,
and I also try to do it to where, you know, somebody can really relate to what I'm saying.
Got you, because you ain't the only one that got your heart broken.
Right.
You ain't the only one going through stuff.
Whatever, yeah.
You're the only one that's not perfect. So tell us how you're not perfect. Where do you fall short?
Where do I fall short? I fall short, I think, man. The first thing that comes to mind is personality. You know what I'm saying? I'm very I'll say modest, but at the point to where I'm too passive. So I'm laid back, or that's how I was, and I'm constantly I'm big into personal growth and improvement and all that. So that's what I do. Right. So I'm constantly always looking at things where I can improve. But that's one of the biggest things, man, was I just felt like I wasn't speaking up enough. I wasn't talking enough. You know what I'm saying? Or I wasn't identifying with the people who even think and value what I value. I still was wasting time in the wrong places, the wrong time, wrong people. Yeah. But that goes back to just going along and just being passive. You know what I'm saying? So
is that being passive? Because you hanging around those people knowing that they weren't good for you? Or was that like the decisions? Like, were they forcing you? Was it like, yo, hang with me, come with me, yo, what's up? And then you with them like...
It wasn't a force, but it's just one of them things where like I don't wanna reject an idea because it's gonna be confrontation.
Got you.
So
that makes sense. Yeah,
but
and ain't even in your best interest. You did it anyway.
That ain't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like I said, I'm wide open with it. I overcame depression. Like I don't know, like, and I don't say that to be funny or like on no play victim or just to get. I real life, it was bad, man.
What were you depressed about?
Man, so first and foremost, like, I mean, it probably started with a whole string of events, man. So I went from graduating from Maryland Eastern Shore from grad school.
Gotcha. Now, where'd you go to do undergrad?
Undergrad, Dell State.
Okay.
Hornets.
You partying, huh?
Side note, I'm a baller, so I'm extremely proud for staying with him. You know what I mean? I had the opportunity to play under him and all his ideas.
Yeah.
But
shout out to Stan. Yep.
But yeah,
Sanford High School, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, he was the point guard over there. He was like point guard, right?
And I played with a hell of a roster.
Yeah.
For them 4 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I graduated, man. I went from graduating in 2011 to my grandpa passed away August.
Oh, right after graduation?
Yeah. So he passed away in August. I think probably like the next month, middle of a drug raid. So all the people that I was around, that everything shifted. Everything changes. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that was a decade ago when all that happened.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm cool with, because I'm just in a way more comfortable space, and I learned a lot. Mm-hmm. But that was one thing.
You was in the drug raid as well?
I was there. I was in the middle of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like get the fuck on the ground.
That shit.
Shut the fuck up.
That.
Put him. Get the better not move, bitch.
All that.
Yeah.
You get all that.
Yeah.
That's how they coming.
Yeah.
So
slamming. You little too?
All that.
They fucked you up.
You know they did. It's like, yo,
he's
like
paper thin, yo.
come on,
he's
man.
Paper thin. You know what I mean? He's paper thin.
I'm 5'8", 5'9", a buck 50, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So that happened, man, and what else happened? Heartbreak, relationship stuff.
Yeah, damn.
Females.
Yeah.
And then like one that was clutch. So, and this is when I really learned about, just learning more about depression and just learning more about how like life-changing events impact you was because prior to that, and I jumped ahead, but a year, not even a full year, my college roommate passed away in a car accident, lost his life, to a DUI driver, Mike Ingram.
Yeah, light-skinned cat.
Tall, light-skinned cat.
Yeah.
The Glasgow, yeah. So that was my roommate in college, man. That was my guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and it was to the point where I always was in the midst. Like, seriously. No BS. Like, when we was at Dell State, they was calling us kid and play. Like, it was, you know what I'm saying? It was that kind of thing going on.
Yeah, that was your guy.
That was my guy, so he passed away, it was tragic. You know what I'm saying? That was November of 2010.
Yeah.
So from 2010 to, I still managed that for all that to happen and graduate after that.
Yeah.
But it was just like, man, it just started being a lot, man.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours.
And I just got bummed out, man. And not to help, I was self-medicating.
Okay.
Trying to drink, smoke everything away. You know what I'm saying? And
didn't happen.
That shit wasn't it.
Didn't work.
It went the whole other way.
Yeah.
And after that, after the situation where, just being in there, having that experience with like that drug bust, it was just like, and just knowing like how life go. Yeah. And with friends and whoever you think is friends, you know what I'm saying? And it come to that point where you just I ain't really trust nobody. I'm paranoid.
Right.
I mean, it just,
you feel like they put you in the middle of this shit.
Yeah, so I isolated.
And
so
then
I isolated.
Is that what
that's what triggered it. That's what triggered it.
Because you were around people, so you kind of had support.
Yeah, and that's what be happening.
Expressing yourself, but you're around people where it's like, you're going to get my mind off of everything else. So we're going to bullshit, we're going to talk, we're going to chill.
And that's what we're going to do.
And you're not alone.
You're not alone.
Got you.
That's the thing.
So you started to experience it once you isolated yourself.
When I isolated myself. That was key.
And you were kind of like going through the process the whole entire time without identifying it and facing it. You kind of kept running from it. That's
all I was doing.
Damn.
That's all I was doing. Dog.
Why not reach out to your dad? Like you said, you always had your dad in your life, and like you
absolutely,
you and your dad was together so damn much. Like your dad was one of the guys. Like he's everywhere. Like you know what I mean? And he's a cool cat
for sure, man. He why I got through. He how I got through. Of course, without a doubt. But it's just one of them things where I think. My dad, it was just a point where we all go through it and, your peers just got more influence. You get what I'm saying? Like,
because I want to be around my guys.
Peers just had more influence.
Gotcha.
But he still did a hell of a job, man. Like, him. Like, you see how we are. A lot of people know. They know how we are. That's my guy.
Yeah.
And I think with that, though, is I'm glad. And that's why I said, like, your peers have more influence because as much as people see me with my pop, like he is, but he not. Let me explain. He ain't my friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My
dad ain't your bullshit.
Yeah, he's not my friend. Like, it's always been like a boundary. Yeah. And just certain disclosure with. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't really with that. Now I'm an adult, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can say whatever,
we,
do whatever.
We have, that space where we talk man to man, but I just didn't reach out, man. It was a lot of embarrassment.
Right. I don't want to share
stuff
that. Yeah.
And like from females, I'm telling you everything. Females to just friends getting caught up like in that situation, and then it was just like, you don't know what you don't know either.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just partying, and then before you know it, it was just like, yo, I'm in a bad space.
How did you rebound out of that? So all these events happen.
Yeah.
You hit rock bottom once you isolate yourself, and you like, damn.
So
I'm fucking depressed. So
yeah,
now you accept
that's what happened.
it.
So I mean, it got to a point where I realized I was in a facility. That was like, it was a real live thing. Like,
oh, you
no
had to
joke.
go check in like I need help.
I had to go. Like it was to the point to where like, you know, the depression comes and then the anxiety plays off of that. So I was real live anxious. Dog, I couldn't. So like I said, I checked it or whatever. Boom, bam. My immediate family, it's all love. You know, they was there 100%. Every step, mom, dad, sister, you know, brother-in-law, like they was there. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of, you know, just how I rebounded and how I got back.
Yeah. So you started like just sharing the shit, giving it up.
Yeah, I started. Yeah,
everything off.
Yeah, you know, like that's you got to get that shit.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
You better.
Yeah.
You better.
Right.
So yeah, and that go back to like how I said with the music. Like I could listen to some of my music and be like, man, I remember what I was going through.
Yeah.
At this time, if you listen to my first ever, if you listen to top to bottom, it's an EP, so it's about 20-25 minutes. If you listen, you're gonna hear like I just felt like a lot of betrayal, and like you'll hear the music, you'll hear betrayal, you'll hear sadness, like with just losing friends, like gun violence. You know, that's a whole. It was just a lot building up. But getting back to myself, I had to get away from. You know, I had to spend time away from some people. First of all, I stopped trying to just self-medicate all the time and just stop trying to just, you know what I'm saying? And and a part of that was just like, stop hiding and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just stop hiding.
Yeah.
I always held on to music though.
Gotcha.
Always held on to music.
Yeah, because that make you feel good.
Dog,
That was like picking up that rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because when I went through it, so when I on the bounce back, on the rebound from overcoming it, I would be at I remember me and my dad we was at Dale Castle. We went to a basketball game. And I was getting better, but I wasn't all the way back yet, man. It felt good to be in the gym and just really out seeing people doing stuff. But I literally got anxious to the point where I had to leave.
Oh wow!
It was too many people. Like I couldn't.
Okay.
I couldn't muster up.
So with the anxiety, that anxiety started after that raid.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is all after that.
So with the raid, you got the anxiety, right? You obviously already depressed, and then more things happen, and that can even be depressing too.
Even more.
So you became anxious. Why? Was it because your friends were acting funny? Was it like Nick? Did they tell on people like they were snitching?
all that. Yeah, it was all that. It was all that.
Wow.
It was all that. It was all, and it was a messy situation, man, and you know, it's just one of them things where, I mean, that's really what hurt the most, because it's always somebody you think you won't be in that kind of situation with, or you won't be in that circumstance with certain people, but that's what happened. You know, that's what is that's my hunch. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. But you know, things definitely fell apart. They fell apart after that, and it was like, you know, it just took a while to get back.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And then I'm having lady problems. You know what I mean?
How long did it take you to overcome that?
Let's see. That happened in 2000 and that happened January of 2013, I think. Yeah, that happened January. Oh, I wasn't working.
Oh, needed that paper too. Yeah.
I was fresh out of college, and I just had. I had a job, you know, entry level job. I was working at, and then I stopped.
Yeah.
You know, I had somewhat of a what do you call it? Like, I don't want to necessarily say illusion, but it was just real empty. Like my goals and my ideas and my aspirations, they was real empty.
Gotcha.
I'm saying that because I was fresh out of college, and I'm thinking I could just do music. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Without a plan.
Nothing.
Yeah, and then you just didn't go for it full throttle.
Wasn't doing none of that.
Yeah, I got you. So it was empty because you didn't follow through. Wasn't no action behind it.
None of that.
Much. Got you.
So that's what was happening, all that, you know.
Thought shit was just gonna happen for you.
Yeah.
I'm out of college, y'all. Somebody gonna give me some money. Somebody just gonna holler at me.
Still young, immature, and all that.
Yeah.
So that's all that was going on, man. I'm like, yo, that wasn't the case though.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case. That wasn't
Gotcha.
that what I'd have ran out.
Yeah. All right. So that's understandable. Now, how does that feel, right? So you in the city, obviously, but you're in an environment where there's one parent households. Or sometimes it's barely even that. Right?
Yeah.
How did you function around your friends then, knowing I got my parents and my dad is at every single game.
Yeah.
My dad is everywhere with me, and shit, my man, he always by himself. Like, how did you feel? How did that feel as a kid? Because I know you feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah, as a kid, I really didn't. I ain't really know no better. As a kid, I just knew. My pop told me, don't do this, and you good. You know what I mean? Like, don't do this, and if I find out, you gonna have problems.
Yeah.
That's as far as it really. And I knew I
don't want no problems.
I ain't want no. Like, for real, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't want none of that. But I can say, as I got older, and so like I said, I got a little bit of everything. So I would 1 week with my mom, 1 week with my dad, 1 week with my mom. 1 week. I knew what I'd get away with mom. I knew what I could do at dad. You know what I'm saying? So all of this, and I think even still, like me just being a male, me being a male and my dad being there, just his presence, man, and just how he kept me out of trouble. And I'm really speaking modest. This is him. This is my acknowledgement to him. Mm-hmm. I know, like, as an adult looking now, I know what he did for even my friends. You know what I'm saying? That was around. Yeah. And I think just one thing he always taught me, though, was, we ain't better than nobody. You not better than nobody. You speak to people, and the normal principles of life.
He taught you humility, how to be humble,
and you know how that's how he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Real quiet, super quiet, and but
cool cat.
Yeah, and
smooth operator,
and he got his boundaries. But just knowing the respect of the people, you know what I'm saying, and he himself, his upbringing. My dad from the projects. Mm-hmm. My dad from South Bridge, my mom from Riverside. So it ain't like
they don't know what's happening.
It ain't like they don't know what's going on. So I think respect was a huge thing. Yeah. You just respect your friends, and you can have friends. You know what I mean? It ain't. Yeah. We ain't really out. Ruling out nobody or nothing. I mean, we all was kids. We all wild out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I just think, to your question, more so, I think as I got older, more so like high school and even college, coming from Wilmington and all, we know all the traps. We know everything, like all the spots where people can get hung up. But it was like, I think as I got older, high school, college, playing ball, I think I would feel like somewhat of like an outsider a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people knew
like your
how
shit
I was
different.
raised. Yeah. They know, like,
there's a boundary level, there's a barrier, you know what I mean?
Right.
He was in the hood, he was raised there, but his household was good. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he ain't gonna be with the bullshit that I'm with. So we respect that.
And it's like it's still a tough situation though, because like I said, and this is my opinion. It may not be what the thoughts in my head. You know what I'm saying?
Your opinion,
but and it's just like, I just felt like, I missed a lot of invites. You don't get them. You don't get them. It's like, nigga, I come, like, I'm cool. Like, I'm chilling. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And granted,
you ain't on this bullshit.
I know when to do what. You know what I mean? How to, but I get that. You know what I mean? That's just how I always felt. And
that was respect though. If you think about it, and you look back on
that too. And that
was respect. Like, we ain't gonna bring him in here because,
and that's true.
It could turn out something, or it could be different. But it's pop. We know it's people, and we ain't
having
that.
It's just one of them things where it's like, I get caught up on the idea where, like, just treat me like, I don't know, I'm not an enemy though. Yeah. Or I don't want to be treated like
an adversary or something.
Like, I ain't with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I've felt that before.
Got
Like, I ain't, come on.
You ever
man,
had
like,
those conversations then with those so-called friends?
With,
or the people
nah, it'll be more so, it'll be people who I just know, or more so, I think, like I said, as kids, you just everywhere in the community, and just as you get older, you just.
Then you realize, and in
like,
hindsight, you look back
like,
on it like, this wasn't that. That wasn't this.
You know what I mean? It'd be like,
what the fuck happened? I should have been there.
It'd be like, come on, man. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I dig
but
it.
it's all good. It's all love, man. For real. Like, I ain't holding no grudges.
Gotcha.
That was what's up.
So you ain't holding no grudges, right?
Yeah.
So how do you now, although it's like a decade in the past,
Yeah.
but you got people who, I don't know what happened. So
Right.
allegedly trying to pinpoint you as with the involvement in the drug raid, right?
Right.
Like, how that go when you see them today? Or when you see them around? You know what I mean? A decade later, 5 years later, like, how's that?
Well, who we talking about?
Any of them motherfuckers.
Well,
I don't know. I wasn't there.
For real, like, initially, like, I'm just grateful, you know, we all walked out with, you know, our lives, and ain't nothing crazy.
Yeah,
like,
they wasn't killing cats like that.
Right.
Back then, they fucked you up.
That wasn't
good.
happening. Yeah, they was just doing that. I see people now, man, and I think for me, some people I don't talk to at all. Some people I don't talk to. I don't even see them. You know what I mean? Some people I don't even see them. And then you got some. I'm fine with. I'm cool. Like, you always, one thing about me, man, is you always gonna get basic respect from me.
Is that right?
Period. You gonna get that.
Okay.
I ain't gonna be like, I'm not saying I'm gonna be your best friend.
Yeah, but respect is respect.
But
I
respect
like
is
that.
respect. Yeah, you always gonna get that, and you
Right.
might be on some BS, but you always, like, even as I evolved, I got better with boundaries, and but yeah, some people I see, and I just feel like in those kind of situations, in those kind of circumstances, fingers get the pointing, man, and everybody, it's like, yo, and what always I think helped me was that I was like, yo, and don't get me wrong, I ain't even try to paint it like I was moving around like that. I was really just, it goes back to how my pop raised me, like friends, and just not being judgmental, and
right. So you was
you
just
know what
there.
I'm saying? Yeah, like
you was a liability.
Yeah,
in the
like
situation.
yeah. But
my thing is, though, although you were a liability, but like, yo, what part of the game is that to say I did something?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You can say you ain't do nothing. It could be 80 of us in the room.
Right.
Everybody, I ain't do nothing. You know what I mean? It ain't mine. It ain't mine.
Right.
You feel me? But you don't say it was him.
Or anything like that.
Yeah.
And
that's what kind of happened, right?
But no. It played out to where none of that happened. Person was real upfront and just was ownership. Took ownership in doing it. It's just how, he got caught up.
And he knew he was kind of caught up or being investigated or something, and had you in the crib?
No. He didn't know. He didn't. In other words, he was informed. The police became informed by somebody.
Okay.
My
somebody in there.
My hunch. No, not even that.
A friend? Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Not even that. Just the police got information.
Got you. They got
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they knew.
Right.
They knew what was going on.
But you were there, so why would you be upset then? Why
would I be upset?
Yeah, you were there. It was a raid. Yeah, why you upset? Why you not friends with people?
So yeah, that's where I'm going with everything. So I knew everybody.
Got you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's my hunch and my ideas. Like I said, my thoughts. I don't know 100%. I don't know 100%. I can't. You know what I mean? Because I'm just looking at being raised where I'm from and just looking at paying attention.
Yeah.
If you from,
you observe.
You know what to look at. You know who doing what. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I know that much. You get what I'm saying? And
yeah.
I knew everybody there. But it was just after that, man, where it was life changing for me.
Oh, everybody started acting funny.
It was life changing for me.
A few people started acting weird.
It was life changing for me, where I stopped doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm more assertive.
But you stopped doing shit. So my thing is, you're not really addressing that what happened in that room or those people, right? So my thing is like, all right, if I get caught up in a rape, right?
Yes.
Somebody takes ownership.
Right.
That's a solid thing to do.
Yes.
That's my friend.
Right.
And I'm still fucking with him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but everybody else is still kind of cool, I guess, until we get that information or we see paperwork.
Oh, yeah.
Or we know because that's the way they've been operating years after or before. So you like, you had to tell 10 years ago, motherfucker, because you ain't just start telling.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's so everybody that was in that room was basically got jammed up because of somebody else that wasn't there.
That was supposed to be there.
No.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was it's like the person wasn't there. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Like you get the cops what they need and
yeah. Escape.
Yeah, they not there. That's once again, that's my hunch, that's my opinion, that's what I believe. And that's just how I feel. But it's like even with that, it was just like that was a life changing moment, just where I definitely had to slow down. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even I just, I was young, I was wilding. I rap about this.
I can't wait to go back and listen to this shit.
I can hear this freestyle, man. I can see it in my head. I got so many bars in my head.
Let them out, nigga. Let them out.
That would be the reason that more than me. I said something to everybody is ripped, torn apart by jealousy, the ignorant shit. Like it was like it just everything just fell off, man. It was just like. It was just bad, man. It was just a bad place to be. But I say that because things continue to go on, whatever, and like between that, all the stuff that I said I've been through, and I can't say specifically more so it was just that raid too.
Gotcha.
That's what I think it was. It was more than just that. Yeah. And from that day, man, I remember going home, man, and just like. I really started writing and being more specific about my life and what I was really trying to do. Mm-hmm. So once I got on that track, man, I just stopped spending. I started spending less time around other people. Even before that raid happened, man, it was just crazy because I was like, I'm just tired of being around where I gotta fight. You know what I mean? Like not even, I'm speaking figuratively. Like I'm tired of fighting to be myself. Oh. Like I don't want to do that. And then that happened.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
So it was like
that happened.
You was being put in a situation that forces you to go out and become
you ain't got no choice. So that happened, and then all the other stuff that came in, and was like, yo, I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of it. Sick and tired. Like
okay, that's a good one. Who are you? What is yourself? Describe to us. Let us know who you are.
Yo, I'm like super grateful, man. Gratitude is at the top of my list, yo. So it's funny you say that. How to overcome that situation, that depression and all. Yo, I always say this, and it may catch some people by surprise, and it may sound corny, it might sound cheesy. I literally meditate. No music, it's not guided for me. I literally sit in the chair every morning since then. So since we talking maybe 8 years, 10 years, I meditate every morning, 20 minutes. I swear by it. And when I'm really like, I'll be telling you, like I'm talking, I do my detox. It'll be morning and it'll be night where I meditate. When I really try to pick up and be more conscious and more at peace with myself, it's morning and night. But I don't do it. I mean, I don't go. And I bullshit you not. In a year's time, man, I might miss maybe 5 days, 8 days where I don't meditate in the morning.
Yeah.
At least once a day. At least once a day. And sometimes twice when I'm really picking it up. But yeah, back to your question. I'm super grateful, man. You know, I'm always gonna be honest. I'm always aiming to be authentic, man. I'm not a flashy person. I'm not really into even being in the spotlight, and I just don't move like that, man. And as I've grown, I'm just becoming a more responsible person. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm just aging, man. I'm starting to get even more mature than I was. So, you know, I'm a lot about family. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Community. And I'm really just relating to people, man. But I'm real chill, man. T. Harper's real chill. Ty's real chill. You know what I'm saying? It's true. This is really me. Like, it's, you know what I mean? And I think what I'm always trying to balance out how I'm using social media platforms and just try to, you know, I be like, yo, should I post this? Like, how this look? And because I'm a boring ass person to you know what I mean? To a point where it be like, yo, like, I'm bored because I think, and I'm saying this because I've heard this from other people.
Okay.
People said I'm bored.
How do you feel about yourself?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I know I'm a fun motherfucker. Like, you know, I don't give a fuck what you say.
I'm like, I don't know what you talking about, but I do my thing. But it's just like, I guess part of it is me not getting caught up in the hype, and I really don't. Oh. You know, I really don't.
You live in the moment.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Can't live in the past. Can't move forward
where
too
I'm
much.
at.
Stay right in the present.
And that's the skill that I got real sharp on. How you say, like, what I need to work on, it was just that passiveness. Because before, I totally admit I was a shy dude. I was super shy. Mm-hmm. I had my own insecurities. Not to say that they all going down, but I know how they'll look them straight in the face and, yo, it is what it is.
Yeah, this is me.
And I don't know what to tell you. Like, after
this is
after
me.
that, like, I don't know what to tell you. But, yeah, man, so...
How do you get past those insecurities though? Like, what are some insecurities that you have and why? Since you've grown so much.
Some insecurities. Maybe I'm trying to think of what that might look like. Insecurities. Specifically. That's a great question. I guess I could say more so my opinion and just my
speaking up type
thing, like, that was really like at the core, and I think that's why I was so, like, when I first started rapping, that's why I had people tell me, like, from the beginning, like, yo, I just can't see you rapping. I can't get it in my head,
right?
Because of my nature. I'm real. I talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people see me out and I just chill. But I think part of that too is, like, I'm not a small talk. Like, I don't. Like, we saying this, but and I keep it real with you. I say this. I thought about, like, when I seen you earlier this week or whatever. And I be thinking about our conversations, man. How quick they be, but they be like solid. You know what I mean? It's a real live, yo, you good? I'm straight, you know. You pop good, you fit, like, it be one of them, and then it don't be no, yo, what's going, we not talking about.
I always liked you though.
I get it, I know, that's what I'm saying.
I always dug your pop.
And likewise, but it's like, sometimes I know for me, man, it just be like, yo, you know, I can spot the bullshit.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that.
It's one of them type things.
I won't speak to you for too long.
And it's like, I don't really want, I ain't a fan of the small talk. And I think what throw people off is, I ask you some shit like, you'll be like, why did you ask me that? It's a normal ass question. Like, yo, like, what you mean? I might walk up to you like, yo, what's your favorite fruit? Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's, what's up? Like, talk. Let's skip the small talk. We ain't gotta talk about, like, everything going on, headline news and all that.
Yeah, that's like, bullshit.
Yo, you know, I see, you got sneaks is alright. You shop at, you know, whatever. You know what size you wear, like, I don't know. But it's just, yo, like, I'm talking, man. Like,
Yeah.
why you looking at me like I'm speaking French, yo? I don't, yo, like, and I talk back.
Right.
Yo, I promise you, man. So this further drives his point. Me and Miz, I'll never forget, it was at Dell State. we was on the elevator going up to our room. We went on the elevator, and female got on the elevator. We was already on. She got on the elevator, went up, 3rd floor. So in the midst of us, from the 1st floor to the 3rd floor, in the midst of us on this ride, Mia said something small like, yeah, all right, I'm about to, you know, I just got out of practice, so when I get out of the shower, you know, we could walk over, go to the calf, you know what I mean? We go to the calf, I'm like, all right, yeah, cool. I gotta, you know, call such and such before we boom, boom, boom. The girl says, oh my God, y'all talk. I said, like, what you mean we talk? Yes, I talk. Like, I talk. I will hold a conversation. You know what I mean? But I think some of my insecurities it'll be more so like younger. Like now I ain't arrived because we always growing, but
Yeah.
I reached a space where I really am getting real comfortable with being myself.
Mm-hmm.
But even like younger, it was like just females, being around females, interacting with females, just not having the confidence or
How did you get that
whatever.
confidence then? Where'd it come from?
Spending time by myself, and I'll be always 100. I spent a lot of time by myself. I think 2015 was the last one. I got out of a relationship in 2015. It was like, yo, you know what? I don't want this kind of headache no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't want this kind of headache. But I took the approach like, I ain't about to sit here and keep pointing fingers and blaming because I got to be doing something. You know what I'm saying? Something I'm doing. And yo, I really went on the quest, man. I really was just trying to find out every bit of information I could possibly find out about better relationships. Reading. I read more than anything right now these days.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. I read. It's to a point where I read more. I know for a fact, within the last 3 years, I know I've read more than I've been on social media.
Yeah, that's good.
I lie to you not. And granted, I be on it. Like, I ain't gonna front and act like I don't be on it.
Yeah, but we gonna pop this book open.
Yo, I read a lot, and everything is on my phone.
Yeah.
Not everything, but a lot of it is on my phone. So if I'm sitting airport, book.
Yeah.
Doctor's office in the book. Like home, book.
Yeah.
Before I go to bed, I'm reading. You know, I read, and I really kept reading things and trying to figure out what it was. You know, I just had to do to be a better person for real,
What
man.
if it wasn't you the whole time though, and it was them? I mean, obviously you can contribute to some things. But what if, you know, those chicks was full of shit?
Oh, trust
you know
me.
What I'm saying? Like, what if they was
it's
just
a couple that was definitely
you know what I mean? So
full of shit.
They gonna have you thinking you crazy when that bitch is doing some nut shit. You know what I mean?
I ain't saying that. They don't get off the hook that easy, but you know, and for real, yo, like my whole attitude and my whole philosophy, my just way of thinking, and what I flood myself with, the thoughts, like, it's one of them things where you can, like, I could forgive people, but I don't trust you. You know what I'm, that kind of thing. And I'm real big on now, man, and it just be a common theme. Like I said, I read a lot of different books, and it'd be the same theme it keep coming back to, and it's like, you know, and I know that's not what you're saying. It's just on the topic, but I can't blame. That ain't gonna help shit. Like that ain't
right. Yeah.
Me focusing on them because I can't control other people.
That's right.
And that ain't. And even if I'm right,
it just is what it is.
Still ain't going. It ain't.
Yeah.
My problem's still there.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out what I'm going to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really what I just try to be focusing on, man. I just try, you know.
Focus
but
on you.
But for sure, I done dirty a little bit. You know what I mean?
So how did you improve? Since you say you've been reading these books, so what is your interaction or communication? What has it been like since 2015 up into 2021? Because that's 6 years removed from those bad situations, toxic relationship, whatever those feelings.
I think.
How have you enhanced yourself?
Number one is my voice, and really, like, showing them the downside to, whatever flaws I got, and really really talking about it.
Yeah.
Like really talk, and I'll say this too, like even like when I was younger, another insecurity, I speak with a lisp. You know what I'm saying? When I say S's and all that, like
Right.
I used to get teased about that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Did you?
Like hell yeah.
Sanford?
Probably so. Like not like side note, Sanford, you made me think. Sally's, man, when we used to play Sally's, dog, them boys over there, they used to say some of the funniest trash talking shit. And I got, like, they've never crossed the line. At least I've never heard it.
Yeah.
They've never crossed the line with that rivalry and what they said to me.
Yeah.
But they used to say some funny, one of them called me like Bobby Jackson one night. Man. I just thought,
Wow.
I just thought it was so funny, man. It was hilarious.
Bobby Jackson, you do look like him a little bit. Look at the bald head. You be Bobby Jackson.
And this is when I used to have my head bent on and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look.
I had
bunnies all over the place.
I had buddies I could jump a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was so funny. But nah, though, I definitely, I probably did, not necessarily at Sanford, though. Sanford was pretty chill. But that could be one. Like, just education. I came from public school to Sanford. When I went to Sanford, I was getting like, I had a science class, man. I used to struggle in biology,
Yeah.
I was coming home with like 13s and 9. Like, this was bad.
Out of 100?
Out of 100. It was to a point, I had a teacher, man.
Damn.
She knew, she like, man, it just wasn't clicking with me. At first.
Yeah.
When I first went to Sanford, like that'd be the thing. I went to Sanford from public school, and standard is totally different.
Yeah.
The standard that they set, man, listen. And I did summer school and all prior to going to Sanford, but I couldn't. It was a shock.
Yeah.
Like, a good friend, my old head, Earl Lacey, he would tell me like from the beginning, like, it's different out here, ain't it? Me and Lacey grew up on the same block, right on the hill, like 6th Street. Oh, he was all the way down, but he's like, like, it's different out here, ain't it? Like, it's a culture shock. I'm like, yeah, man, it's just different.
Yeah.
And I think adjusting to that and then being in the classroom, it was just different, man. We got scenery, like, it was just different. And just the habits that I had to form.
Yeah.
That once I got that's when things started to change for me. But just being out there knowing, these kids are smart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know that word.
Yeah.
You got all kinds of insecurities, man, and it's just like, it's just two different worlds, man. Like, it's just two different worlds, and I always felt like, I'm a minority here. I'm a minority here. And it was just, it was a difficult time, like, relating at first, but I ended up getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ended up definitely getting the hang of it. Just the older cats bringing me along and, like, just making sure I was straight. And I kind of got that, but that was definitely an insecurity. Yeah, man. My parents were separated, fairly early. So that's all the kind of stuff that's playing in your head when you out here. And it's like, and don't get me wrong, like, everything ain't perfect for, the students at the private school, but, it was just different. But, those definitely was some insecurities that I used to have.
Yeah. Wow. Seems, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I feel you. I hear you. What happened with basketball, after high school?
So after high school, it wasn't really much, man. I think I always remember even the last game I played at the Bob, like, and not more so like the last tournament game. Excuse me. Not even the blue and gold, but like just the last tournament game, man. I was there, and I didn't know what the hell I was gonna do after that. I just didn't know what I was gonna do because I didn't have wasn't nobody really recruiting like me. You know what I mean? I ain't really had no real recruitment offers, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I say that, like, granted, I'm gonna keep it all the way real. Who don't want to go to
play
the
ball,
league.
yeah.
And who don't? That was the aspiration.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even play in college, like at all.
Yeah.
In the intramurals, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was going there after happy hour. You know what I'm saying? I'm going there after happy hour. But yeah, man.
Why you ain't just walk on the damn stage?
So I tried to walk on that Dell State. I didn't make it. I tried to walk on at Dell State. I actually went, played, and all that. I didn't make the gut. Ain't get no nothing. It was a couple of cats. Probably was like 20 people maybe. But I don't really remember anybody walking on and actually making it.
Really?
Nah. Well, no, I'm not. My folks, Kyle Nelson, he walked on. He made the team. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really remember anybody else making it. So after college, after that, and that was freshman year. So even taking it till the time when we were thinking about going, I think you went. I didn't go to Eastern Oklahoma, the junior college or whatever. And I just was like, I just got to a point when I'd probably say like my freshman year at Dell State when I was really like, yo, man, this basketball shit. Like I love it to death, but at a point it was just like I don't really like really like politics, man. I don't like politics.
Yeah,
I don't got the patience for it. I don't got the tolerance for it. Like I don't like all that, man. The best people should play.
Yeah, and that's it.
And that's really it. I don't care what year you in. I don't care who's younger, who's older. Like, yo,
we gonna rock. We gonna rock.
The best people play, man.
Yeah.
And I just felt like that's what it started turning into.
Got you.
And then even like, in the community and you playing like even pickup. Like I love basketball, but it got to a point where like, yo, man, I'm here just to play the game.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't want to argue on calls and I don't want to go back and forth. I just want to play. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And so, but even thinking about going, to junior college, I was like, man, nah, I ain't doing that. I had already had a whole year of credits and everything at Delaware State. I'm like,
fuck it.
We're
gonna hit these books and we're gonna get this degree and we're gonna
get up out of here. Like I'm coming and I'm getting up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And
take care of business.
Yeah, so I'm like, nah, man. So I really let it go, and that's kind of the point where I was like, it's cool. And I think I just had so much character built up in me at that point in time, and my pop for sure. And just my mom and just how I was raised, it was just like, yo, it's a lot more out here in this world.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It definitely.
And now you spitting all crazy.
It's a lot out here in this world. Now I'm rocking and rolling with it.
That's right. He's spitting that shit, and he's
glad.
Telling us what's going on in his life with them heartbreaks, you know what I mean? Little personal issues.
Yeah.
All that shit we gonna dig into. So y'all make sure y'all go on iTunes. You know what I mean? And look for Ty Harper, Harper. You know what I mean? I'm
cool with getting fact checked and all.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I need it.
So wow. That was a lot of information. That was a great conversation. You know what I mean? Appreciate that very much.
You got it.
So, what's the next move for Dollar and the Dream, Snad? What we doing?
So what we doing is, man, I gotta promote. And when I say promote, people just gotta see my face more.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely music videos is underway. I'm in the process of, trying to get, treatment and plan for a music video for a single and starting there. Between that and shows and really trying to engage and connect with people in person, that's the plan.
Good. What did you major in school? Undergrad
Psychology.
and
Psychology at Delaware State. I got my bachelor's in psychology at Delaware State, and then I got a master of science from UMES and with rehabilitation counseling.
Okay, so that's why you probably checked yourself in and you started to get more in tune with everything.
I'm
like I know what the fuck is going on here.
Hey, but you know what? And I didn't, because that's a well, I got you. Yeah. But it's one of them things, like, it's a testament, like, just because I don't mean I'm, like, safeguarded or I'm, like, immune, you know what I mean? But, for sure, it's like, I know what's up. even for real, what you're saying, that sometimes I get frustrated.
Yeah.
But now I'm getting better at choosing my battles.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's one of them things where like, I ain't gonna like force nobody to listen to what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
You can't.
And you can't. But it gets frustrating for me sometimes
You
because
ain't fucking hearing me.
I'm being modest. It's like, yo, I got an educational background. That's not everything.
Yeah.
But I also have experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I've done this, so I can spot certain behaviors. I can
Absolutely.
spot certain things. It's like, yo, you really not. It just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like you, and it seems like to only be, and maybe I'm like, I don't know, it could be, but it just seems like sometimes it's just, you know, when it comes to just trying to give people some insight, it's like, yo, like, it ain't about being right or wrong, it's just about what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you got a mechanic and you know he went to school for this, you're gonna go, you're gonna take your car, you're gonna let him work on your car and do your thing. So it'd be the same thing with that, but yeah, psychology and counseling.
Good stuff. That's great.
Yeah,
So, Ty Harper, once again, I appreciate you for coming,
Appreciate
being
you,
here,
man.
being so open and transparent for us and the viewers. Obviously,
Appreciate it.
how can they find you? We already know they can go on iTunes, but make sure we give them the
Absolutely.
correct name. Make sure
Right.
we calling out them singles. Make sure we calling out, you know what I mean, the title of the damn album, the EP, and make sure you get them every social media platform so they can find you.
Got you. Well, T Hart is my stage name, but it's really my name. No surprise. Like, you know what I'm saying? My initial, and then shortened up my last name to T Hart. Instagram, that's really where I'm on mostly, like all the time, basically. That's my main thing. So it's at THarp99. That's THARP 99, and number 9, 2 9s, 99 at the end. But Instagram, YouTube, T Hart. You can type me in on there. Yeah, music out now on iTunes. Definitely. Snap Presents T Hart is out right now. Collection of some songs, and then I also got The Man on there too. That's one of my favorites. So yeah.
Snad. SNAD.
Yeah.
Snad.
Right here.
Check him out. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank
Once
you.
again.
Thank you, good brother.
Hey man, anytime, man. 1624 Delaware Avenue, Cigar Lounge, Trolley Square, Wilmington, Delaware. You know where we at. Thank you. Have a good day.